Hello. Welcome back to Thinkin About Stuff. I am your host, the Tweedo Bandito.
And I am your host, the I-James.
For those of you not in the loop, Thinkin About Stuff is a podcast where we think about stuff. There's not a lot of structure to this, if I'm being honest. We kind of just find weird things on the internet and talk about them.
Engage in intellectual, philosophical banter, even. It's a great time.
We grow our brains. So, I don't think that this is going to be the one that we're going to be talking about all episode. However, I feel as if this one is important enough to say. We once again go back to shower thoughts. If you remember last week's episode, we talked a lot about Orphans, and I thought I would just bring this one up again. I'm not going to read that username. That's crass. User Kermit the Frog posts, "Every size bag of chips is a family size if you're an orphan." Ian, did you agree with this, or do you disagree with this?
Are we really about to go into another debate about whether or not, like the criteria of being an orphan?
I mean, I think it's pretty clear cut for multiple reasons. I am heavily in the no category for this, for many, many reasons.
I mean, family is a group, like, if we're going to go off of, like, a logical standpoint, family is a group of people. So if it's just you and you're an orphan, one, that's sad, obviously, and two, you're, like, that's not a family structure. We'd have to rewrite the family structure in order for that to be family.
And another thing that I take fault with is what does family-sized mean? Does family-sized mean, like, if you give a family-sized bag of chips to a family, does that mean that they could finish it in one sitting? Maybe your family just doesn't eat a lot. Maybe one of those little fun-sized bags of chips is enough for your family. Maybe your family is 99% birds, and they don't eat a lot. Maybe your family is a group of possums who only eat half a Snicker bar's worth of calorie per day. I don't know. That's why I think that this is no. This is a no. I don't think that any size bag of chips is a family-sized bag of chips if you're an orphan.
Yeah, I think that does make a lot of sense. It's probably just purely used as a sizing thing, like, oh, it's family sized, which means it's huge, because normally people have big families, even though that's subjective. But yeah.
I was going to do a little bit of Googling to see why it's called family-sized, and the first result for why is it called family is, why is it called Family Guy?
Why is it called Family Guy? It's not like he's the only character, and there's some women in there too. It makes no sense.
I don't even think he likes his family. Okay, this is Sibship-sized. Hold on, this is not what I was... Chips. Why is it called family-sized chips? Here we have another one from Reddit. It says, "Why are chips bags called family size if I can finish the whole thing in one sitting? Seriously freaking out here. Do I have a family I'm not aware of? I live alone, but I keep running out of chips. Please help."
Maybe there's, like, this is conspiracy theory territory, but maybe there's, like, a bunch of tiny humans inside of your body. So if you eat an entire helping of a family-sized serving, the mini people inside of you also eat the food that you're consuming. Like, they eat a percentage of it, and that's why you can eat a family-sized portion by yourself. It's like Inside Out, but it's your digestive system.
I mean, Ian, if you want to get into it, we can just talk about my descriptions of scientific things, such as the fact that the brain is a whole bunch of leprechauns exchanging sticky notes.
I still don't get how you ever, like, came up with that in your own brain. Like, what inspired you?
When I was in elementary school, there was a kid that I went to school with. I don't know if I came up with it or if he came up with it, but long story short, we had this joke where every time you breathe, a leprechaun runs up your throat and gets a Ziploc bag full of air and then runs back down to the lungs. So, I mean, yeah. Plus, I just have a whimsical imagination. "A realm of whimsy resides within my cranium.
From the
Ooh!
makers of Inside Out, we present to you Outside In. Ever wondered if your stomach
Ian,
has feelings? Well, now you can find out.
Ian, have you heard about Inside Jimmy's
I
Head?
don't think I have, actually.
Or Out of Jimmy's Head?
Nah, I don't think I've heard of it.
Somebody's gonna get real happy about that. I have vague memories of this airing on Cartoon Network when I was a small child. Oh my gosh, this thing got a 2.3 out of 10 on IMDb. Anyways, it was based off of a movie called Reanimated, about this kid named Jimmy, and I think he hit his head or something, and cartoon characters came out of it, and I don't know if they're real or I don't know if they're hallucinations. I wanted to say it's a Calvin and Hobbes type situation, but I'm not sure. As I said, very vague memories about this. Somebody out there knows what I'm talking about. Yeah. Ian, do you have any interesting questions?
I actually decided to go to r/no stupid questions because I'm assuming this is a gold mine for content.
Ooh. Anything good there?
Well, that's not appropriate. That's whatever. Hold on, I'm trying to find something good on here. Ooh, this is an interesting one. What would be a productive way to spend 2 months in bed? It's kind of random.
Sleeping.
2 months sleep, but that's just a coma at that point, right?
I mean, it depends. Like, what are your limitations? Is it like you are lying down in bed, or what? I mean, we had to establish some parameters here.
The person who made this post said that they have 2 surgeries and that they're going to be in bed basically for 2 whole months straight.
Okay, interesting. Well, first things first, I would say get like some hand dumbbells. I mean, depending what the surgery is, just because you don't want to atrophy while you're lying there. Second, I would recommend getting a Nintendo Switch. Maybe, I mean, there's lots of great games on the Switch. You could play Hat in Time. You could play Hollow Knight. I mean, you could get into Fortnite if you wanted to, if you're low on money. You could pawn a whole bunch of noobs.
Get riggedy wrecked,
Yeah. You could. I heard Naruto's in that game. You could be
I can
Naruto.
be Naruto in the Fork Knives.
There's a character from a Brandon Sanderson book in there. I mean, the list goes on and on. I've spent too much time being very confused at all the different fork knife skins. What would you do, Ian, if you were confined to your bed for 2
I'd
months?
get I'd just take my laptop and put on my lap and play League of Legends.
I'm not surprised at that.
I have no life anyways. It'd be like my normal life, except I'm lying in bed all the time. It'd actually be better, because then I'd just be more relaxed.
Let's see. What's some good... There's one about steroids. Selling a gift card.
Ooh, this is interesting. If science were to improve life expectancy to 1,000 years, would the number of years one gets sentenced for crimes increase proportionally? So, like, if you were to be in jail for a year for a crime, and they were to increase life expectancy 10%, would they also increase like the punishment by 10%? So, like, instead of 1 year, it'd be 10 years punishment.
No, I get you. I mean, it's hard to come up with a funny answer to this one. I'm trying to be funny. I mean, the obvious answer. The answer for me is probably yes. But at the same time, I mean, what would increasing the life expectancy do to the human brain? I mean, if you knew that you were going to live to the ripe old age of 200, would that make the legal drinking age go higher? Or, I mean, what's really changing if we're increasing the life expectancy to 200? I mean, does that mean development takes longer? Does that mean I'm going to be a super wrinkly old person for like over 100 years of my life? What are the parameters?
Maybe it'll be like the years will stay the same, but then we'll find like worse punishments to give people. Maybe life will be different for people who are 1,000 years old because like the societal expectations will be different. Maybe there will be like crimes that we could never possibly commit now, but we'll be able to commit in the future. And then those crimes will be like, oh, you need to be in jail for 5,000 years.
I condemn you to time jail.
No.
You have committed a time crime against the Queen of Time. Queen McDonald's. In this dystopian future where everything is owned by fast food corporations.
Oh gosh, could you imagine if McDonald's owned everything?
I mean, it's better than Burger King.
Oh, Burger King gave me heartburn earlier today. Hashtag relatable.
Ian, do you want to play a game?
What game?
How much do you know about McDonald? Give me a second. That's a really hard word to say. How much do you know about McDonaldland?
McDonaldland? That's a thing?
Do you know about McDonaldland and the McDonaldland family of
Oh,
characters?
wait, are you talking about the VHS TV show from like way back in the day, or is there an actual theme park like based off of McDonald?
I am not talking about the VHS TV show that I found when I was doing my one drama play and we shoved it inside the TV and we couldn't get the prop out in time for the performance. I'm not talking about that McDonaldland. Although in a sense I am. I'm talking about, from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, a fantasy world used in the marketing for McDonald's restaurants during the 1970s through the 1990s. The realm inhabited by Ronald McDonald and other characters. The basic concept was a plagiarism of the television series HR Puffin Stuff, for which the officers Sid and Mary Croft successfully sued McDonald's. So you know about McDonaldland? Please tell me you know about McDonaldland.
So basically this is like...
No, don't go to the Wikipedia page. Don't look it up. Don't look it up.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking. Okay. Basically, it's the universe that Ronald McDonald and Grimace and all those other characters live in. Yeah, of course.
And all those other characters is what we're going to be talking about right now on What's your favorite game to play? Gonna play it every day. It's time to play. Is this a real McDonaldland character, or is it something I just made up on the spot?
Dang, that's actually really good.
I'm your host, the Tweedo Burrito. And Ian, are you ready to play Is This a Real McDonaldland Character or something that I just made on the spot? Is that a yes?
I guess so. Sorry, I got distracted.
Oh, it's okay. So, here are the rules. I have the McDonaldland Wikipedia page open, and I am under the Characters tab. So, there are a lot of really fun characters. There's the ones we all know and love, Ronald McDonald, Hamburglar, Grimace. However, there's a lot of super strange characters in here. So I'm going to give you two characters. I'm going to give you one that is real, and one that I made up on the spot. You will have to decide which one is correct, and which one is complete malarkey.
Alright, let's do it.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm born ready. Let's go.
So, the two first characters are Captain Crook, Queen McFlurry. You may ask me questions about these characters.
Alright,
And if it exists, I will read from the Wikipedia page. If it doesn't exist, I will try my hardest to make up something plausible.
Is Queen McFlurry an actual queen, or is that just her name? And does she have, like, a crown?
She is the actual cream... Sorry, she's the actual queen. She's the actual cream of Ice Queen Land. She's the actual queen of Ice Cream Land, one of the principalities in McDonaldland. Ice Cream Land is where Ronald McDonald's dog, Sunday, comes from. Also, oh my gosh, I just saw that Sunday is voiced by D. Bradley Baker.
Wait, so what is the governmental system of this country / set of countries? Is it like a monarchy, or is like kind of because of the queen, or is it like a what are we talking about here?
Mayor McCheese runs McDonaldland.
Mayor McCheese? Is this real? You're joking, right? You're not being serious.
We'll get on to Mayor McCheese in round 2. Mayor McCheese runs McDonaldland. However, Ronald McDonald is the shadowy overlord that really pulls the strings behind things.
Oh gosh.
So Mayor McCheese runs McDonaldland, but they have a very good trade system with the Ice Cream Kingdom.
So Ronald McDonald is essentially this world's version of the deep state.
So, I will repeat my question, Captain Crook. Or Queen McFlurry. Which one is real?
I think Queen McFlurry is real.
I'm sorry, Ian, but Captain Crook is the right answer.
What?
Captain Crook, a pirate captain who was introduced in 1971 as one of the main antagonists and was dropped in 1985. Captain Crook steals Filet-O-Fish sandwiches and often interprets Hamburglers' gibberish. And he was revised in 1984 with a Muppet-like appearance and later became simply known as the Captain, where he has a parrot and operates the SS Filet-O-Fish.
Interesting.
Alrighty then, ready for round 2?
Yeah, I guess I'm ready. Sure, go ahead.
Okay, so Mayor McCheese or Mayor McRib? Which one is real?
Okay, I think Mayor McRib is the real one because that's an actual item on the McDonald's menu. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. This is hard. I bet it's not going to be the McRib one. I feel like that's too obvious. It's like trying to trick me.
Do you want to ask any questions?
Is Mayor McCheese just a guy with a big cheeseburger head? Because I know I've seen that character before.
Yes, Mayor McCheese is a guy with a big cheeseburger head.
So he is real. Or is he real? Wait. Nah, it can't be. Wait, the McRib wasn't even invented yet back then, right? Because we're talking like 1970s, right?
1970s to the 1990s. I'm looking up when the McRib was invented.
Well, I mean, if you tell me, then that just basically answers my question for me. I'm assuming you're not going to tell me if you do.
Let's see. Actually, the McRib had made its debut in 1981.
Oh, so it could be a real character.
So it could be a real character. Interesting story about McRib. I'm pretty sure that it was actually invented as part of government testing.
What were they testing?
Story of McRib, really, really interesting. I'm going to ruin the magic for some of you out there, but the reason why McRib comes and goes is because of pork prices. When pork prices are low, McDonald's buys up all the pork and makes the McRib. And I like the McRib. Anyways, Mayor McCheese or Mayor McRib?
Huh. I think it's Mayor McCheese. Mayor McRib seems too obvious.
Okay, is that your final answer?
Yes, it's my final answer. Let's go.
Well, Ian, congratulations. Mayor McCheese is the right answer.
I thought you were going to say it was wrong. I was about to...
Mayor McCheese, performed by 5 different people, apparently. An enormous cheeseburger-headed character who first appeared in 1971 and was removed in 1985. He sported a top hat, a diplomat's sash, and a pair of Prince Nez... Oh, this is an actual type of glasses. Okay. Prince Nez spectacles and was portrayed as McDonaldland's bumbling and incompetent mayor. He was the subject of a lawsuit filed by Sid and Marty Krofft for similarities to H.R. Pufnstuf. Specifically, both were characters with enormous heads who served as the elected leader of a fantastical setting.
Huh.
Of course, you could say the same about most politicians today.
Oh wow, these glasses are real?
Yeah, Prince Nez is a real type of glasses.
Wow, some of these literally look like torture devices with like the thing in the center.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready, Ian?
Yes, I'm ready.
The Professor or Dr. Apple Pie?
Oh.
Which one is real?
Oh, no.
And you can ask me questions.
The Professor or Dr. Apple Pie. Okay, so is Dr. Apple Pie a medical doctor, or is he like a...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Is he wearing a...
he's a medical doctor.
Is he wearing like the classic doctor like coat, or...
Yep, Dr. Coat has big funny glasses. He has a big bushy mustache.
Okay. The professor, so is he a doctor, or...
He's a scientist.
Okay. A scientist of what?
Science. He was an inventor and a researcher. Built things, stuff like that.
Okay, so he's like the... Okay. He's like the classic wacky inventor character.
Oh, I'm the professor. I make things.
I'm Dr. Apple Pie. Eat an apple pie, kids. It's got fruit in it.
You just sounded like...
It's healthy.
You just sounded like two different characters from Lazy Town. Hello, kids. I'm going to try to convince you why eating healthy is good for you.
Is that Mayor McCheese?
It's the mayor from Lazy Town.
Okay, we're going back to once again, the professor or Dr. Apple Pie. Which one is real?
Dr. Apple Pie is real.
I'm sorry, the professor is real.
What?
A scientist who is McDonaldland's inventor and researcher. He was introduced in 1971 and has invented different devices throughout McDonaldland, like a psychedelic electronic hamburger machine, which only made pumpkins for some reason, the dinner gong, probably won a Nobel on that one, and an invisible car that helped Ronald McDonald get to McDonald's to meet with the kids. Oh, and more. A magnetic bat, and the chicken nugget Dip-O-Matic. In his first appearances, he was a bespectacled man with a beard, neck-length hair, and a hat. In the 80s, he was a bespectacled man with a mustache, a long nose, and a helmet with a light bulb on it. The character was dropped in 1985.
Huh.
Okay, Ian. Fourth round, okay?
Alright, lay it on
I'm gonna
me.
give you two of them. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I am hungry, or Uncle O'Grimacy. I am hungry, or Uncle O'Grimacy.
Is his name literally I Am Hungry?
First name I am, like yours, but with an M. Last name, Hungry.
Oh, man.
I will tell you what, I will give you a description for both of these.
Okay, go, shoot.
Introduced in 1977 for an advertising narrative of McDonald's, both in celebration of St. Patrick's Day and to mark the annual appearance of the Shamrock Shake. Uncle O'Grimacy is depicted as Grimace's uncle. I Am Hungry was a short-lived McDonald'sland character who was introduced in 1998 and was dropped in 2001. Self-proclaimed as the Vice President of Snacking, the character is a floating, fast-moving green fuzzball with orange arms and a monstrous face who has a big appetite. Which one is real? Which one is fake?
Alright, I'm calling it right now. I'm using my big brain. It's I Am Hungry because Grimace is purple, and you just said that Uncle O'Grimacy is orange, which means there's an inconsistency. Wait, actually, but he might just be
I
orange.
said nothing about the color of Uncle O'Grimacy.
Wait, what was orange then?
I Am Hungry was a green fuzzball and had orange arms, and a monstrous face, and a big appetite.
That sounds familiar, actually. I feel like I've seen a character that looks like that. Perhaps. I think it's I Am Hungry.
You think that I Am Hungry is what?
Real. And that he's behind me right now as I'm recording this. And he's gonna jump out and kill me.
Ian, look out!
Oh no, he has AirPods and he doesn't know it's right behind him.
He's right there, Ian, look out!
Ooh.
Oh my gosh!
He's killing me.
Ian, you are correct. Actually, I played a joke on you. Both of these characters were real.
What?
Both I Am Hungry and Uncle O'Grimacy were real McDonald's-Lane characters to sell kids fast food.
I wish you could see my face right now because I'm in shock.
I wish our listeners could see your face too. Well, that was our wonderful... Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-da. I don't remember what the song was. Thanks for playing! Is this a real McDonald's Lane character or something I made up on the spot?
Boo!
Did you get 2 or 3 questions right?
I think I got 2 right. 2 out of...
I think that sounds about right.
We're not going to count...
2 out of 4.
Okay, wait, we're going to count that last one?
Well, if we don't count the last one, you got 1 out of 3.
But it was a guaranteed win.
Well, not unless you decided to make the broad claim that one of them was fake.
Yeah, fair point.
Congratulations. For winning this, you get a one-of-a-kind, genuine Mactonite action figure.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, ah.
And I think that might be all the time we have for today. Ian, do you have any closing remarks or anything else that you wanted to talk about?
No. Unless we wanted to... gosh, what would be like a funny ending segment we could do for these? It's like okay, here we're gonna do the thing that we always do when we end these commentaries. We're gonna show off this thing. What if we pulled up random dad jokes and said them at the end of the segment?
I mean, we could do that. Does it come along with the idea of philosophy and thinking about stuff? Maybe not, but I mean, we could definitely...
Philosophers can be dads.
Most philosophers are dads, I think.
Whoa, that's
Maybe
a bold
not.
claim. I'm actually going to fact check you on that.
No, never mind.
No, I'm going to fact check you on that. Too late.
I think...
Okay, what percent of philosophers are fathers? Okay, nothing's going to be conclusive. All right, do you want to find a dad joke, or shall I?
You find a dad joke. Thank you all for listening to Thinkin' About Stuff. Once again, please subscribe to our Patreon that we totally have.
Yeah, we have a Patreon, yeah.
If you subscribe to our Patreon, if you donate to our Patreon, you will get exclusive pictures of our cosplays of all the fake McDonaldland characters we made up today.
It's just a PNG of our faces put on. It's just a PNG of our faces put onto a picture.
just a picture of me. Somebody uses the paint bucket tool and makes it all white, and that's Queen McFlurry. Ian, did you find a dad joke?
Yes, actually, I did.
Alrighty, primed and ready.
All right,
Fire it off, Drummer Huff.
What's the best thing about Switzerland?
What?
I don't know, but the flag is a big plus.
Thinkin' About Stuff will return in the unfashionably late Christmas special.
Got a buck? You're in luck, because you can get a delicious Beefy Big and Tasty, a McChicken sandwich, and lots of your other favorites on McDonald's Dollar Menu every day.
Together, Grimace, we could own this town.